The Man Who Is Awake by Annie Besant, read by Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. The Man Who Is Awake. When a man has reached maturity and is ready for the later stages of human evolution, his mental and astral bodies having become well organised, he gradually becomes aware of the existence, first of the astral and then of the mental world. This has become increasingly objective to him in what he has regarded as dream, an actual communication between himself and relatives and friends on the other side of death. He and they are alike, living in their astral bodies, he still retaining the physical into which he slips on awaking from sleep, and they having permanently left theirs. To them he is completely objective, and the communication is fuller and freer than in earth life. To him it is real while his physical body sleeps, but his dream in his waking consciousness. Generally, such a man is definitely awakened in the astral world by someone who sees that he can be of use there, and who guides him in his earlier activities. The man, leaving his physical bodies by the exercise of his own will, leaves it in full consciousness, and is therefore fully aware of his surroundings. He is merely using as his vehicle his astral instead of his physical body. He can and does study the phenomena of the astral world as in his physical body he studies those of the physical world. He may be deceived, led away by appearances, tricked by other persons, may commit errors of observation and of judgment there, as here. His own thoughts pass out, and he sees them as forms outside himself, apparently as beings other than himself, and he may be misled by his own mistaken ideas, which, coming back to him from another, confirm his own errors. Hence the need of a helper, experienced in astral phenomena, to explain to him how to observe, how to study, as does a tutor down here with a pupil beginning a new science. He then becomes aware of the astral world and of its immense variety of conditions, and of living things, as in past ages he became aware of the physical. He finds there all kinds and types of human beings, with the astral bodies as their outermost covering. The abnormal types of human beings, the victims of accidents, suicides, and the dangerous brutal types called elementaries, executed and other brutal criminals, confirmed drunkards and profligates, whose astral bodies are composed of the coarsest forms of astral matter, the so-called earthbound spirits, seeking to tempt men on earth to the commission of crimes. All kinds of animals in their astral and mostly very unorganized mental bodies. Many grades of nature spirits or karmadevas, or elementals, charged with the supervision and evolution of the animal and vegetable kingdoms, and with the working of natural laws. Devas concerned with human affairs, using the astral matter for their densest clothing. Superhuman men, sometimes possessing physical bodies, sometimes not. One cannot mention all the varied types of beings. Elements of added confusion for the neophyte are due to the changes of form with thought, to the continual creations of thought forms taking up astral matter, and to the building of landscapes, material heavenly worlds, such as are believed in different religions, and other forms by thought. The person, when first awake, is apt to be deceived by his own thoughts appearing outside himself, and thus seeming to confirm any mistakes into which he has fallen. There is much useful work to be done in the astral world, as people become used to it and can act freely as in the physical, teaching, explaining matters to new arrivals, looking after, helping and inspiring people in the physical world, protecting people from accidents, etc. The astral world is more varied than the physical, but is equally under natural laws. Observations true of one part are not true of another, any more than observations made within the Arctic zone would be true of the tropical, or descriptions of South American forests would be applicable to English woods. But a man who is awake in the astral world, that is, who is able to use his astral body as a working vehicle of his consciousness, He's able to observe, record and memorise the phenomena of the astral world as any of us can observe, record and memorise the phenomena of the physical world. He does not speak nor write of it from hearsay, as any of us might speak or write of a country which we have read about, but as a traveller speaks or writes of a country which he has himself visited. Hence the tone of natural observation, which pervades books of travel in the astral and mental worlds, written by theosophical travellers in them, trained by their teachers to observe, compare and test, a tone which often irritates the non-theosophist. The reader should, however, read them as books of travel, not as revelations, as he himself goes into the astral world whenever he goes to sleep, and may occasionally, though not awake there, catch glimpses of it and bring them back as dreams. The books may help him to understand the glimpses. As he must go into the astral world after his death, he acts wisely in reading them, as he might read books of travels in a country he is going to visit. He need not believe them, but when he finds himself in the astral world after death, if he recognises those things, he will remember having read about them while he was in the physical body, and he will feel less bewildered, less of a stranger. He should remember that his belief or his non-belief cannot affect facts. If some of the facts are truly represented in theosophical books, he will be all the better for their not being new to him. If the records are false or coloured, he will be none the worse.